Welcome into high school sports on the Harford Cable Network. I'm Don Morrison. Tonight, my pleasure to be at Aberdeen High School. It's the Aberdeen Eagles hosting the Harford Tech Cobras in a boys lacrosse game. Tom Nelson, my co-host, good to be here at Aberdeen. Good to be inside because the weather outside, a little bit iffy, some sprinkle out there. Temperatures probably somewhere in the low 50s. Ideal lacrosse weather, huh?
Great lacrosse weather. You can run all day in this weather. Standing and watching might be a different issue, but playing, absolutely great.
Tommy Nelson, a longtime coach here in the county. You've played lacrosse at Towson when you were there.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about your past and who you are, and introduce yourself, if you would, to the fans.
Just real quick, I grew up in Long Island, New York, and came down to Towson. They had I was looking to play some football and lacrosse, and it was the Teachers College, and I wanted to teach and coach. So this is back in, graduated in the June of '72. Many moons ago. Just think it was 50 years ago. I was a junior in high school. So I like the fact that we get to see some recent lacrosse and new lacrosse, and I'm an old timer, and it's pretty much the same.
And of course, Frank Mazzanotti, a teammate of yours at Towson University.
Yes.
And folks, we know Tom Nelson, but everybody knows Frank Mazzanotti.
Frank is the man. He was my teammate. He was a senior when I was a freshman, and you had to have your head on a swivel because he was coming from all directions like a freight train, man.
Let's talk about these two teams now.
Yes.
We've got Aberdeen, who had a great season in the offing last year when it got canceled. They had all seniors last year. It was going to be their year. Now those seniors have graduated, never got to play, and now we have almost a whole brand new team for Aberdeen. Harford Tech, same situation, no playing last year, no scrimmages, no field days, no nothing. First game of the year for both teams.
Right.
What do you expect, Tom?
I expect some little rusty play in the beginning. I just think that everybody's just going to be a little bit nervous. Obviously, both teams are undefeated right now, so
yeah, there you go.
There you go. So there's something positive there.
Let's look at the starting lineups for the visiting Harford Tech Cobras. On the attack zone, it's Eric Smith, number 13. 3 is Nick Crone, and True Wazar, number 2, is the sophomore who's playing the right attack position. Parker Milton, Cameron Bordas, and Cole White, 11, 6, and 19 across the middies. It's Jake Arcalesi, Nate Triaca, and Ryan Buchler. He is the defenseman, and the goalie is Garrett Bernard. For Aberdeen, as we get ready to have the first face-off, and we'll get their lineup as we go. Tommy, what are you going to see? Aberdeen going from left to right, and the Tech Cobras in the darker uniforms defending the goal on our right.
They've got themselves the first face-off, which is always good. Everybody likes to get a touch to start the game. Just get the ball in your stick, move it into some type of circle here.
What are they trying to do here in the beginning? Are they feeling each other out, or do they want to just go and attack?
Yeah, I think they're going to feel each other out a little bit just to get a touch. And so right now they did retain a ground ball there, so they dropped the ball, and they're going to go back here. They're spread out very wide.
Aberdeen, their attack people, Max Williams, number 6, Sharon Baines, number 22, and Caden Allen, number 4. They the ones on attack. Middies are 2, Shaylin Boudreau, Nathan Flateau, number 3, Stephen Sparks is number 7, Mustafa Ba is the long stick back, Nolan Parsons and Brandon Pusey, along with Philip Newcomer is the goalie. 12-minute quarters were just underway. If you just tuned in, about a minute into the game. Tom, what do you see so far?
Well, Aberdeen's kind of having a little problem controlling the ball, and Tech right now just lost the ball on a clear. Good hustle.
Nice pickup there. It was Nathan Flateau, the sophomore.
We got a flag down. Looks like a push from behind.
2 officials in the ball game.
Yep. Let's see.
Brian Yeager and Mike Levin. Change on the fly. By the way, we should tell you this high school game of the week, proudly sponsored by the APG FCU, member-owned, member-driven credit union, helping families in Harford County achieve, prosper, and grow. And we thank them so much for their sponsorship.
So we got a 30-second push.
What's that mean, Tom?
So Aberdeen had possession of the ball, and when you have possession of the ball, he made a turn, and one of the players from Tech just pushed him from behind.
So one of the Tech players comes off for 30 seconds?
Comes off for 30 seconds, is taking a knee, number 3 right down there.
So Aberdeen has the man up here for the next 30 seconds. Unless they score. If they score, then the man comes back on?
Correct. Right. The penalty
Aberdeen
over.
taken away by Harford Tech, and here come the Cobras.
We got a fast break now coming down the field.
Now, Tom, if it were you, would you try to run off those 30 seconds or go ahead and attack it while you have it?
I think when you have an extra man like that, they probably could have went to the goal, but they pulled back.
I'm speaking of Tech. Now, if you've got to run off the 30 seconds, would you just stall out that 30 seconds?
That's what he's doing right now. He took the ball back into the corner here, left-hand side of the goalie, and we are all even right now.
Yes, the 30-second penalty is back over, so Aberdeen unable to take advantage of that early break. Here come the Cobras. Number 2, Drew Wazor, the sophomore, had the ball. Passing it around out front. What are they trying to do, Tom?
They got 5 people out there. They need to send another player out there because they're meant.
That's Wazor with the shot. Did that go in? It looked like it did.
They're waving it off, I think.
They're waving it off? Looked like it went in the net, but the official is saying, nope, the official is saying no goal. So what looked like a goal in the net, I'm not sure why they're waving it off.
Yeah, one of the players for...
Now they're saying it was a goal. So give the goal credit to Wazor. Number 2, Drew Wazor, scores at 9:36. Wow, I'm not sure why he called it off first and then suddenly just reversed himself and said the goal was good. Anyhow, Harford Tech goes up 1-0. 9:36 here. The first goal is scored.
So when Harford Tech went out onto the field, they were all even, but they had exchange at the box, and the person in the box was staying there. So really, Aberdeen had an extra man there, and then the player came in, and prior to him getting inside the restraining box, the shot was taken and the score came.
And so there looks like the officials, there's a timeout on the field, or the officials, no, it's a timeout by one of the teams. The officials seem to be all square. We know the score is 1-0. So controversy right away. While we have a moment, Aberdeen, Max Williams and Sharon Baines and Caden Allen are their starting lineup in the attack zone. Shaylin Boudreau, Nathan Plateau, Stephen Sparks are the middies, Mustafa Ba, Nolan Parsons, Baden Fusey, and Philip Newcomer is the goalie. By the way, Tom, we should mention we have spectators here. They're allowed each player only 2 players or 2 spectators. In other words, probably their parents or maybe a relative. So it's good to see high school sports back in action and actually people in the stands.
Yeah, this is great. This is great.
Tech with the ball, up by 1-0. Field 120 yards long.
Yeah, this is going to be a lot of learning on both sides. First game for everybody, officials and players. So they're going to all kind of work out the kinks. And hopefully things get a little bit smoother as the season progresses.
Field is a turf field, and Tom, you've played on both turf and grass. What do you prefer?
I like the grass field.
Really?
Yeah, I do.
Why is that?
I just like the feel of the grass, the movement. It's a little different.
But there's no mud. There's a good footing for everybody.
Right.
Hey, intercepted by Tech. They've got to break away the shot. It's going to bounce over the goalie. Goalie for Aberdeen is Philip Newcomer. Newcomer just a sophomore. Tough position for a sophomore to be in, especially with no experience, meaning no season last year.
So Tech looks like they're running a 2-3-1 or a little bit of an overload.
Cameron Bodis, number 6, with the ball momentarily, now back behind the goal.
Aberdeen's in a soft zone look.
Parker Milton, number 11, looking to the attack.
Nice.
Hitting the man in the middle. Great pass and great shot.
Oh,
boy, that's
play.
from Milton to Drew Wazor. Wazor makes the goal and a great pass by Milton, 11-2, and that makes it 2-0 at 8:13 for the Tech Cobras.
That was a great play.
Boy, it was.
He came around from X, which is the spot behind the goal, and just came under coverage. All the defenders were looking at the ball, and he snuck into right into the open spot. And
here's a replay. You'll see this great pass from Milton. And there was the goal. Milton hitting Wazor coming across the crease area. He put it in without a chance. And if you're a newcomer, you didn't have a chance at all that time, Tommy.
Yeah, that's a hard one. The shooter did not panic and just placed it.
Well, you're right. You know, oftentimes when you have a shot, you sort of panic and want to shoot it before you have time.
Right.
He wait till the goalie made the commitment and then made the goal. Aberdeen on the attack now, down 2-0 early. Steven Sparks, number 7, controlling the ball. Now has it taken away.
Great defense.
It was that. A good play there by number 21. Checking number 20, and that's Ryan Buchler. Tech on the attack. 7 minutes, 30 seconds left in the first quarter, already up by 2-0.
Again, everybody's getting a soft touch here. Looks like we have a zone here. Everybody's playing goal line extended on the lower defense here. Not pressing behind at all.
Tech showing a lot of patience, just
yes, they are.
Trying to find the opening. And the shot, that's a nice save by Newcomer.
Nice save, goalie, yes.
Nice hard shot taken that time.
Oh, good check.
It was Dylan Mulligan in the ball game, number 15. Taken away by Aberdeen. Eagles yet really to be on the attack. They've had the ball in the offensive zone just briefly.
Yeah, they're struggling with their catching and throwing. If the passes aren't right on stick side, then the players are going to have a little bit of trouble with that offside catch and bringing it back into position to play.
And we talked about Aberdeen had an all-senior team pretty much last year. Didn't get to play because of COVID, the whole season being canceled.
Well, everybody's going to earn their stripes out here, and that's part of the learning process. Oh, nice move, nice shot.
Now looking for the opening as Aberdeen.
Yeah, this defenseman is
nice
pressing
play.
out, number 7.
Yeah.
He's got great agility.
That's Jake Arkalesi, number 7.
He's a player. Nice shot.
Shot, but it's wide. Notice, explain to the folks, you hustle to get near the ball when it goes out of bounds. Why?
Well, again, the team shooting the ball, the closest person to the point of where the ball goes out of bounds gets possession. So the goalie can track it and sometimes get in the tail end of the shot going out and follow it. If you have a man behind, he usually, as the shot's being taken, he should just run to end line. There's not much he could do at X.
That's Garrett Bernard, the goalie we're speaking of, who cleared the ball, and now Tech has the ball in their offensive zone again. Up already 2-0. That's Drew Wazor, who has both of the goals so far. Shot a bit wide. Tommy, I was interested that you said you prefer playing on the grass. Here you've got a smooth field, no mud, no slipping, basically.
I mean, I like both, but it just was fun playing on a grass field. There's something real about it.
Yeah. Old school, as they say.
Yeah, like I said, I was.
That's Wazor
50
with
years
shot
ago
again.
in my high school days.
Yeah, but it seems like yesterday.
Why does it feel like
with my
tomorrow?
mind, it does seem like yesterday because I've forgotten the last 50 years.
That's right.
Here comes Aberdeen trying to clear.
That's a great ride.
Tommy, talk about the long stick and the short stick and why and how the difficulty in both.
Well, the short stick is definitely an advantage for the players to protect and hold on to the ball. The long stick was just a way to kind of reach in and match up and be able to extend that stick, keeping your body in place, but extending your stick out towards your attackman.
So
or your
most
midi.
times you see the defenseman with the long stick.
Yeah. Yeah. It takes a lot of extra skill to wheel that stick around.
Coming up on the 4-minute mark left here in this first period.
Right.
Shot and goal. Well, that's a nice hard shot. That's 15. That's the young man who came in the ball game we were talking about, Mulligan. Dylan Mulligan, a senior.
Yeah, it was a nice sweep across. And he had his stick right up where he should have it. He's got it in a position.
Here's the replay, and you'll see Mulligan's shot here. We're waiting for it.
They're doing a stick check here.
We have it on good authority. We're going to see a replay here. Here it is. There's the shot by Mulligan.
Right.
He shot that from about, what, 10, 15 yards out?
Yeah, probably about 10, but it was really good. His stick was up over his head, so he can either let it go high or low, and the goalie's kind of frozen there. He don't know if it's coming high at him or it's coming downward, and he took it from top shelf, what they call the bottom shelf.
Boy, if you're Harford Tech, if you're Rob Gaines, the coach of the Harford Tech Cobras, you have to be happy. Lord, you come on the
Yeah.
road, you know, you're having no experience. You're playing one of your arch rivals, and you're up 3-0 in the first period.
Right, right. So it is a good momentum for the team and a good confidence builder as they progress into the throughout this quarter. What we see here is we're going to get Aberdeen's just got to just relax a little bit, get the ball down. Sometimes if you're setting up a open offense, all of your players have to have good stick skills. So in my day of playing, when I had strong stick skill players, I put them on the perimeter and put my weaker players inside and sort of hide them.
Okay.
So that my matchups would be better on the perimeter.
Yeah, it's like in baseball, you put your weakest player in left field where he doesn't have to throw much, and the ball always finds that player.
Yeah, right.
No matter where you put that weak player.
Well, it's hard when you put the ball in a stick of someone who is not confident about their agility and movement to the goal. And so you kind of hide them in the middle a little bit, and then you get your better players on the perimeter that can make a move and not be afraid to shoot the ball.
Tom, in that timeout, if you're Matt Ryan, the coach for Aberdeen, what do you tell your team? You're down 3-0. Do you read the riot act to them, or you just try to encourage them?
No, too early for the riot act there. I think you just try to. I think he knows that his team is young. I think he knows that they're going to grow and they're going to get better. And this is just game one. And let's just try to get one goal here before the quarter's out.
Absolutely, yeah. Cut into that margin. Face-offs, obviously, you know, so important because it's like a turnover. Whoever gets the ball.
All right.
And there it comes with the Harford Tech Cobras. Good job there.
A beautiful diagonal pass. That is the go-to play right there. Number 2 was perfect on that.
Yeah, that's Wazor again. That face-off won again by the Harford Tech Cobras. Harford Tech in no hurry at all.
No. They've got 3.5 minutes left.
Eric Smith, by the way, number 13, who won that face-off. We were talking to Coach Sonny Licata, the assistant coach, before the game, and he really gave a lot of credit to Eric Smith. He said he's a third year as the face-off man and is very good at what he does. Tom, a lot of times you have a specialist as a face-off person, right?
Yeah. We call them a FOGO, where you face off. If you win it, you give it to the better stick handler, and then you go off the field. So it's a FOGO.
Now, speaking of a FOGO, that ball was rolled into the goal.
It looked like it was a slap shot from the blue line.
Are they disallowing it?
I guess they did.
They did. It looked like he just sort of nudged it in with the stick.
They might have interfered with the goalie.
Okay, they're taking that goal off, so it remains 3-0.
I thought he shot that in and slapped it in like sort of a hockey.
It did. It looked like he just sort of pushed it in.
You got to scoop and run.
Yep.
That's it, number 2. Beautiful.
That's Wozura again.
Yeah.
This young man has been all over the field. Nice Wanger with the scoop. 3-0 it is Harford Tech. Obviously they scored and are leading all the way. And down he goes, and the flag will go down. Looked like a blind side hit that time. Tom, have you seen the lacrosse progress over the years? It used to be a lot more just a hands-on fisticuffs.
Physical, yes.
Yeah, kind of, and it's become much more of a finesse game.
Right, it has, and for the better. For the better, injury-wise, things like that. Back in old school, my high school days, college days, a lot of the defensemen were like football players.
Absolutely.
Who picked up a stick.
Yeah. And were told to be aggressive.
That should be a free clear.
I remember those days when Frank Mezzanotte was the coach at Edgewood, and he did go to the football team. He would recruit, members off the football team, and they were tough. I think he won 3 state titles, I believe.
Somewhere like that. He was amazing. So right now, Harford Tech's got a non-releasable penalty, which means the hit was a vicious hit, and so the player is not allowed back in. So they'll be down. I believe it'd probably be a 2-minute non-releasable.
So with 2:37 left in the first period,
Aberdeen, right?
Pretty much Aberdeen will have the ball, have the man up the rest of this period.
And they can score a goal and keep the man up situation because it's a non-releasable penalty.
So a chance for them to get back into the ball game real quickly.
They could position themselves. Take a shot right here. Bang it. Nice shot.
A nice save. Good save by Garrett Bernard.
Yeah. That was a nice play.
It was. That was Shaylin Baudur with that shot, number 2. Aberdeen still now with 2 minutes and 16 seconds. Clock stopped momentarily while they bring it back in.
Right.
Bodura with the ball. Shaylin Bodura, senior.
So 1-3-2, bang it. Nice shot, good
Yeah,
save.
That's a great save by Bernard.
Now they have an extra man, so everybody should jump somebody. Press the ball. They're running time off the clock here on the penalty. Somebody should press the ball.
If you're the Cobras, you're very content. Go ahead.
Yeah,
We'll just play around with it.
Yep.
Here come the Cobras down the middle of the field. That's Mulligan again with the ball. Back now, Mulligan out front.
Where you want to put it is behind the goal and just let the clock run. They're not pressing.
Pass in the middle taken away by Aberdeen. Here come the Eagles.
Look to the next pass. Legal procedure.
Granger Mayer, number 18, with the ball there for Aberdeen, losing it. Now it's the Cobras again with the ball. 1:23 and counting left in the quarter. Pass, that's Wozur again. Trying to control it, finally does scoop it up and now loses it. Ball will go out of bounds. Nope,
Nice
Aberdeen
hustle.
will retain possession. Minute 9 left in the quarter. As you see, 3-0, Harford Tech scoring the goals. Wozur with 2, Mulligan with 1.
See, since you're a man down for a non-releasable, there's no really need to go to the goal. Just let the time run off, and then you'll go full speed.
Inside a minute. Out of bounds
Nice
he
effort.
goes.
Nice effort. We got one. Well, they were just missed the offsides.
Clock running away now. Down to about 40 seconds left in the period.
So Aberdeen's extra man here. They might want to come out and press out a little bit just so. Okay, I think we're all even now. Penalty is up. 6v6 right now.
25 seconds.
Okay, they're going to go to the goal. Who's going to cover?
Wozur
Nice pass.
looking for the open shot.
Good defense.
Good defense, it certainly was.
Yes, good call. Just Gilman the ball down the field and fight for it. Check up.
That was Jacob LaRue for Harford Tech who had the shot. Well,
Beautiful transition.
3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, and that's going to end this first period. Well, the clock says no time left, and now the official finally blows the whistle. The horn doesn't go off. So 3-0 it is for the Harford Tech Cobras as Drew Wozur scores 2 goals, and Mulligan, at number 15, Dylan Mulligan, scores the other goal. Goals by Harford Tech at 9:36, 8:13, and 4:12. So it was all Harford Tech in that first period. High school game of the week, proudly sponsored by APG FCU. It's a member-owned, member-driven credit union helping families in Harford County achieve, prosper, and grow. Tommy, again, if you are Harford Tech, you've got to be happy.
We're very happy.
I mean, you've played, you've had your way. Even when you were down a man, you were able to, waste away those
Right.
time.
Right.
If you're Aberdeen, you can't be real pleased because you haven't really been able to put together a real offense at this point.
Right, and the players have to recognize the situation, and sometimes that takes time as the season progresses. So they'll learn from some of the mistakes here and how to improve their mindset and their mental part of the game. Aberdeen had an extra man, and Hartford Tech was man down, but nobody pressed out on the ball.
Yeah.
You're down 3-0. What the heck? Just
You
go
gotta do
after
it.
the ball and try to make something happen.
Talking about Aberdeen, 2 years ago when they had a season in 2019, they were the division champions for the Susquehanna division. They had an 8-5 record, and they had their entire team coming back, 7 senior starters.
Right.
And, then COVID comes along, the season is canceled. Those seniors
Heartbreaking.
graduate, and you're left with a team that hasn't played for now a year and a
Right.
half. And, also the senior leadership is gone. So you really have to regroup. It's going to be a tough year for Aberdeen unless they can come together quickly.
Right, and also, how often were they able to practice and get everybody there at practice,
Yep.
and all of the different things that come on with contact tracing and things like that you have to you have to work through. So they're going to grow a little bit. What they need to do is, play the season, play as hard as you can, get as good as you can, and then see if there's a summer league out there. See if there's a fall league out there. See if there's a camp that you want to go to. Things like that will make you better.
And the Cobras, of course, in the same situation. They didn't have a season last year either.
Yeah.
The other thing about Harford Tech is, and folks know this, they come from all over the county, do the students.
Correct.
So they see each other, one time at school, and they go back to their community. So it's a whole different ball game for the Cobras, and I'm always impressed with the teamwork they have.
I think it comes with the nature of the school. I mean, because with all of the tech trades and the things that they do, when you're welding, you're on a team. When you're plumbing, you're on a team. When you're doing computers, you're on a team.
Well, very good. The Harford Technical Program, one of the greatest, not a secret because it's well out. It's just a very, very good place to be. You learn a skill. And you leave your community. If you're Edgewood, if you're Bel Air, if you're North Harford, you leave your community to go to Central Harford County to take your schooling.
Right.
Cobras now going from left to right. They have the ball. Shot, a bit wide. Good, nice, hard shot, but it goes wide. That was Eric Smith with the shot. Eric Smith, the second-year senior, plays for the NCAA Lacrosse club program.
Oh, see, that's nice. You get a couple players out here playing club ball.
Come the Cobras.
Nice shot. Nice
And
save,
nice
goalie.
save. Nice Wanger.
That was a great save.
With that low shot, well, I mean, you've seen it. The high shot, maybe you can see it, maybe get your stick
Right.
on it. That low shot, my goodness.
Well, he went from up right hand down to his bottom left. It was a great save.
Here comes Aberdeen. Good defense by Harford Tech. Well, you've got about 5 of those black shirts converging on one Aberdeen player.
Right.
Is that fair? Of course it is. Shaylin Boudreau was a young man for Aberdeen who found himself surrounded by all those black shirts.
Nice play, goalie. Somebody's got to stay back.
The goalie all by himself takes it up to the 50-yard line.
They were offsides. There we go. So when the goalie was coming over, Mitty that was on the offensive side had to come back.
I see.
Just to balance out the field. You got to get 4 down here on the defense.
Garrett Bernard, who's headed for the Coast Guard next year, wants to be a rescue diver. It's quite a lofty goal. Me, I believe in staying above water whenever possible.
Right. I like my feet on the ground, so to speak.
Garrett Bernard, that's the goalie we're speaking of. His senior year, Tommy, we talk about that. Being a senior is just such a great year to remember. And it's so good that these young men are getting to play here in the spring.
Yes, absolutely.
I feel so badly for the football players and soccer players and basketball players and wrestlers who didn't get a chance, the swimmers.
Yeah,
but they will get a chance to graduate together. All at Ripken Stadium, all the young people will be graduating in waves out of Ripken Stadium.
So number 4 was coming around and he warded off, which means he was pushing the defenseman's stick away from him, and you can't do that. You can keep your arm steady and straight and hold it there, but as soon as you start waving it and moving the stick away, that's called a ward off, and you lose possession of the ball. It's not like a travel in basketball or palming the ball in basketball. You turn it over.
Mazzanotti tells me that this game of lacrosse resembles basketball more than it does any other sport.
It does in its offense and defensive strategies. Very much, because you got a zone defense, or you got man-to-man. Is the slide an adjacent slide, or is it from the crease? The field is usually numbered for defense. So like behind a goal, this would be position 1. You'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 would be the crease. Nice save, goalie.
Nice Wanger has really come up big now.
He's come up real big. Good for him.
The other thing about the sport that's so great is size really doesn't make a whole lot of difference. Bigger guys, yeah, you can be a little stronger, but the little guy, there's room for him in this game.
There is, but you got to get in the weight room.
Got to be strong upper body, huh?
Yeah, you got to be strong. You got to be able to move your feet.
And you have to be fast, and you have to have great stick skills, so it combines all the basic athletic skills that you have.
Like talking about basketball, point guard. You know, Muggsy Bogues from Dunbar.
We remember him, 5'3", and played in the NBA.
Yeah, so
amazing stuff.
What a guy.
Of course, this being the home of the Ripkens here in Aberdeen, we were talking about Calvin before the game with some of the people here. Our condolences to the Ripken family of Vi Ripken, who passed away a couple of months ago, and she was such a key part of this community for so many years in the Boys and Girls Club.
She was. She's very inspirational.
Thank Tim Lindekamp, the AD here at Aberdeen. Tim played baseball for me way back in the day. I won't tell you how long ago it was, but okay, it was the 1970s. Sorry, Tim.
Okay.
But he has welcomed us and given us a carte blanche here and being nice in this booth, and it's nice and warm in here. And the rain, thank goodness, has relented. It was sprinkling rain here when we started. Temperatures in the low 50s. Kind of raw out there.
It's an opportunity here for Aberdeen. They're extra man. They got to make the pass. Somebody get behind the goal. Okay, now make your play. Nice look. Nice shot.
And the shot and the goal.
Beautiful play.
Looks like that's number 6 for Aberdeen. And that's Max Williams, the sophomore, who picks up the goal. And so Aberdeen has now broken through at 7:27 of the second period. 3-1 our score now as Aberdeen
There you
gets
go.
on the board.
That's what they needed. That's what they needed. It was
Williams
a nice
with the
feed
goal.
from behind.
He shot that ball low on the ground, too. The goalie really didn't have a chance to make the play.
It was hard to, I think there was a lot of traffic in front, so I think he was pretty much screened. But it still was a great shot.
3-1, and Aberdeen now is getting itself back in the game. There's that Smith again with getting the face-off.
Nice dump pass. there it is.
A bit of a high pass.
Yeah, he knew where to go. It just wasn't a strong pass. But the vision he had, he's got to just make the play. So.
Aberdeen gets the ball. 7:15 and counting left here in the second period. Good clear. Here come the Eagles now, looking to try to narrow that deficit down to a 1 goal.
Yeah. Nice catch.
Boy, that was a nice catch. A little bit high on the pass.
Yeah, they got to slow down a little bit.
Boy, goalie Bernard was really chasing the ball all the way down to the end line.
Look, he can make a good midfielder.
He's got some speed.
He does.
You think of goalies as being more stationary, but that young man has got wheels.
I played club ball with a gentleman by the name of Kevin Mahan from Johns Hopkins. I was playing club lacrosse with Maryland Lacrosse Club, and he was as fast as lightning. Nice.
Oh, and what a great pass and what a great shot. Is
Nice
that,
play.
let's see, that's number 10 for the Harford Tech Cobras. It looks like Xavier Gastia. Is that number 10 or was that number 11? Yeah, it looks like it may have been number 11, Parker Milton, who got the goal. In any event, that goal that Aberdeen scored has now been wiped out. It's 6:37 left in the half, and now back up by 3 goals, 4-1. Give credit to Parker Milton for the time being. We'll confirm that at halftime.
It's a nice look. Go take it straight down.
That's Smith again. Smith head over 10 cups there.
Yeah, just
6:26 left.
You know, both these teams have great coaches too. They have coaches who play this game, and I think they know that things will get better for both teams. They'll get stronger as they go along, and it's just great for them to be out here.
And great to see the fans in the stands. And again,
Yeah.
it would be, this place would be pretty much packed on a Friday evening, but each of the players allowed 2 tickets to have usually their parents or maybe a relative or someone attend. Harford County doing a great job of making everyone safe. Everyone is tested when they come in. Their temperature is taken. They have to wear their face mask. Tommy, hopefully this time next year we won't be dealing with these kinds of issues, but
Yeah.
it's been tough. Kids are back in school pretty much full time now, 4 days a week. That's good.
Yeah, we've increased our enrollment coming up, and usually you'll see who shows. Some people sign up for it and then kind of waiver. Oh, nice.
Caden
cover
Allen.
around.
Well, Caden came all the way around and tried to get that shot in. Very tough angle, though. Good job by Garrett Bernard coming out to shut down the angle.
Yep.
4-1. Harford Tech led 3-0 at the end of the first quarter, and Aberdeen scored a goal, but Tech came right back and equalized it.
So they've got the quick double team. So when your man goes to slide to double team, you've got to find an open spot.
Well, you can see Tech has such a good idea of what they're doing.
Yeah,
Getting a little back to the goalie who clears it. Pass was a little bit tall. Happy to say that the rain has gone away and it looks like we're not clear skies, but
better
than it was.
Yeah. Okay.
They're calling for sporadic chances of rain throughout the evening, but more heavy rain coming after 10 o'clock. So hopefully we will be long gone by 10 o'clock.
Yeah, if we're still here at 10, something's wrong.
Something is amiss.
Right. They lock us up in here.
Coming up on the midpoint here of the second period.
You gotta try to make that play right there for Aberdeen to clear it out. Sometimes you gotta move more towards the ball when it's coming to you. Create some separation. If you sit and wait for it, the defender behind you will catch you. If you move towards it, you keep that separation. Good look. Take it on the bounce.
Aberdeen on the attack. That's Parker Milton.
Okay.
I'm sorry, not Parker Milton, excuse me. 11 is Jaden Braxton.
This guy's got a nice little move on him.
Caden Allen, you're speaking of, number 4, yes.
Yeah, number 4. You can sometimes tell as soon as they have this ball in their stick and they're moving, you can see Lacrosse.
Caden, a junior.
See others just getting better, but working at it.
And it reminds you, he's a junior, but he's really a sophomore. I say that because he played as a freshman, and last year they didn't play. So he has really just 1 year of experience under his belt in high school.
Drive it.
Yeah, nice job defensively cutting off there. Looked like Cole White, number 19, making that defensive play.
25 right in the middle there on the crease. He looks like he's the slide man. Here comes the slide.
Oh, nice save. Good job again by Garrett Bernard. Garrett, the second-year player, senior. It's a long clear. Very successfully done, but not scooped.
Scoop and run.
Eric Smith.
Nice. Nice little switch.
Setting it up from behind the goal. Tech leading by 3 goals. Smith gives it up. It's Mulligan, 15, with the ball momentarily. Nice Wanger recovers it, and now Aberdeen will take possession with under 3 minutes left. Good job by Cobras to force action and get the ball away. Goalie wanted to clear that play.
Nice play. Force the slide. So what you want to try to do when you have the ball here, you want to have what we call a fade and a follow. So he's got the ball. So whatever direction he goes in, so he's going down here. If he goes hard to the goal, number 13 here would fade away from him, and the guy behind him would follow him. So 2 people are on the ball, sort of like stringed together.
Mulligan with that shot, a bit wide. Tech will retain possession. 2:25 left in the half.
Be a little more patient.
That's what we're talking about, that big stick. It's so hard to control the ball. Can you choke up on the stick at all, Tom?
You can. You can.
That would seem to be a better way to try to maintain possession when you have it. Mulligan, shot is high.
But again, it takes a lot of practice. You just got to practice all the time. You got to do wall ball, catching and throwing, switching hands, doing agilities with the stick in your hand.
It's almost like basketball dribbling, where it becomes second nature if you have to think about where you're dribbling.
Right.
That was great
Almost.
defense. Good job by
That's it.
Aberdeen. It looked like they had a clear shot. We're speaking of Harper Tech. Eric Smith, 13, had come around that corner. Smith comes out. Replacing him, number 12, that's Jacob LaRue. Eagles on the attack, looking to get back within 2 goals, down by 3.
Got a minute and a half. It'd be nice for them to get one here. So
again, the basic skill of passing the ball.
Yeah.
It's going to be Harford Tech ball. So an unforced error, turnover if you will. Clock stopped at 1:25 left in this first half.
The thing we try to explain to kids offensively, there's only one ball out there, so if you don't have the ball, you got to kind of move and keep yourself in position to be successful. You can't just stare at the ball and stand still. You've got to move without it.
Call goes against Tech. Aberdeen will get it.
Okay.
Here comes Aberdeen on the attack, looking to try to again get that goal to come closer.
Nice catch.
Oh, that was a nice catch. Switched hands and made the catch.
I think these two attackmen here, this young man 4 and his wingman here, should just work together as a team.
Caden Allen, number 4, we're speaking of.
There's a flag down. It's 7 people out on the 8 people there.
Not sure exactly where that pass was intended. Max Williams, number 6, who made the pass. Clock stopped at 45 seconds left.
Right, you got a 30-second penalty coming up here.
Against Tech.
Against Tech.
That means Aberdeen is a man up for at least the rest of this period, pretty much. 30 seconds, but we have 45 seconds left.
Hopefully they can get a nice shot off.
Haven't been successful so far. They've had several man-up possessions. Haven't been able to convert.
I think, again, it's, you know, the practices getting them in and working on skills. Everybody's a little rusty right now.
Good job by the defenseman for Tech. That's number 1.
Press
Actually,
the goalie.
the goalie, Bernard, yeah.
That's it, press the goalie. Press him. There you go. Nice effort, number 6.
The number 6 for Aberdeen
Good
is Max
hustle.
Williams. Yeah, the goalie just wanted to bring the ball up without being harassed. Didn't happen.
Right, that was the time where they were extra man, so they had that extra man, they could put it on him.
5 seconds.
Oh.
Goal for Harford Tech.
That hurts.
Wow.
That hurts.
Picking up that number. Looks like he had number 10 for the Tech Cobras. That's Gazdi. I think that is his second goal of the contest. And that makes it 5-1. And you're right, with 3 seconds left, Tommy, that is a...
Yeah, that hurts. And you were extra man.
So Gazdia with the goal. Make it 5-1.
It's a nice move by him.
2 seconds, 1, and long shot. Saved. That's a nice save there by Bernard. That would have been a big break for Aberdeen had they been able to score from 40 yards out.
Sometimes things like that happen.
That does it.
Okay.
You'll see the replay how he beats the team and then makes the shot. Neiswanger came out to try to make the defensive play. He had no shot whatsoever as Gazdia was able to fake him out and then put the ball in the upper right-hand corner of the crease. So that's our score, 5-1 here at halftime. We'll take a little break. We'll come back with second half action. Do not go away. We're back with you at Aberdeen High School. Don Morrison along with Tom Nelson. Hey, Tom, that first half, I mean, it was Harford Tech dominated the half. Aberdeen got that 1 goal, but then they couldn't capitalize. And they got that goal, we're talking about Tech, with 3 seconds left in the half.
That hurts.
That's sort of like the nail in the coffin.
Yeah, for the first half. I think some of the things that Aberdeen needs to do is know the situation. There was a time when they were extra man and Harford Tech was man down, and Harford Tech had the ball, so you have to know to kind of press out. And that comes by playing more and understanding the game. And working on their man up and their man down situation. They've had some opportunities to maybe get a couple more shots off to see where that would go, you know.
Tommy, I think you have some stats for us from the first
half.
half.
I was just looking at some of the shots right here. Harford Tech has taken about 8 shots and has scored 5 goals in there. And I'm looking at Aberdeen right now has taken 3 shots and has scored the 1 goal. So got to get more shots, obviously, on goal. Got to put yourself in position and move without the ball. So if somebody has the ball, try not to stare at them and look at them. Try to move in a position where you could be successful or force your defender not to slide so quickly.
I'm so happy you could be with us here. We're from Aberdeen High School with the high school game of the week, proudly sponsored by the APG FCU, member-owned, member-driven credit union, helping families in Harford County achieve, prosper, and grow. And again, we emphasize, if you're not familiar with the Harford County school situation, the high schools, Tommy, being a high school teacher, you just went back full-time, air quotes, last week?
Yes.
And that mean after a year, maybe last March, I guess it was, when they said things are off and people went home and we did nothing but virtual.
Right.
So almost a full year between seeing kids in person at school.
And we're doing a little bit of both. We have our cohorts where we have students that are in school and some that are at home. So if you have 20 kids in your class, you might have 10 in school and 10 at home. And you got to learn how to navigate those borders.
I don't envy you. I don't envy what you're going through, but it's so good to see fans in the stands. We maybe have about 50 or 60 people here. There would be more, obviously, but they limit the number of people who can be at the games. Underway now. Again, 2 8-minute quarters left. Aberdeen looking to get back in the game, but Harford Tech comes out with that Eric Smith getting the face-off again.
Beautiful face-off. He clamped and flipped it. Beautiful. Right out to his wingman. Excellent job.
Tech on the attack. Nice Swanger out, trying to make the save, and finally, let's see, he's able to corral it. Yeah, he finally does.
That pass was right on the money. It was a beautiful pass. He made a hard move and dropped it right in there with the attackman on the crease, making just a little curl move, just enough to get his stick open.
I think I called Philip Nice Wonder. It's Newcomer, Philip Newcomer, the sophomore. Sorry, Philip.
Nice scoop. Now they got numbers here, so take it to the goal. Oh, right there in the middle.
And he's open. The shot, Wozor, bounces over the goalie's head. We talked about the difference between turf and grass. It's smooth there, but it's also kind of spongy. So if you hit the ball low, Tommy, it has a tendency to bounce high.
Yeah, you got to aim for the crease area. There's certain areas that you make as marks out on the field. And so if you're coming straight overhand or you're coming a little bit three-quarter arm, you want to aim for that mark, and that's what you do at practice, is find your own marks at practice and then try to translate them to the away games.
That was Xavier Gazdia, by the way, number 10, who took that shot. Has 2 goals, and Gazdia gets the pass and converts. He's now got the hat trick. He's got 3 of the 6 goals, and Wazor has 2 of them.
That was a great pass right on the money.
It was, and a great catch. And he, as you said, Tom, he took his time. He knew he was one-on-one with the goalie.
Right.
He waited until the goalie committed, put it right by him.
Right.
So just like that, at 10:35, as we get into the second half, the goal by Gazdia, and it's now 6-1.
Yeah, you feel like sometimes as a goalie, all the weight's on you, but this goalie's doing a nice job, and some of these shots are right on top of him, and he's going to get better.
And give credit to the passing. You said it, Tom. Yeah. Great pass, great catch.
Yep.
Here's again that face-off.
Had it, too.
He did, and then dropped it.
Yep.
He being Eric Smith. Aberdeen comes away with it, desperate to get a goal here. Good defensive job by Harford Tech. They just haven't given Aberdeen a moment's notice.
Well, they're swarming the ball right here.
And they take it away briefly.
Oh, nice.
Aberdeen gets it back.
Scoop and run. And
it's Nathan Flateau, young man. He had a chance to meet his father, who's right in front of us here.
Right in front of us.
Had a nice conversation with him.
I teach his son.
He has a student at Falston and a student here at Aberdeen in the SMA Science Math Academy program. So you teach the son who goes to Falston?
Yes, I do, Tyler.
I asked him if the families are ever playing one another. He said no, they play different sports. So
yeah.
That would make it tough. Aberdeen on the attack,
nice.
Gets the shot and the goal.
Oh, excellent
Beautiful
job.
shot. That's Max Williams. He gets his second goal of the game. The only 2 goals that Aberdeen has, he has them both.
It looked like he baited defenseman. He had that stick coming across the top area as a midi, and he kind of trailed it behind him. The defenseman took the bait and he just pulled it on him. And
that
he
was
got a shot off.
Necessary goal for Aberdeen. They needed that one to come now to 6-2. We talked about that goal at the end of the half, with 3 seconds left, a man down. Tech came all the way down the field and scored again with 3 seconds on the clock.
Right.
That was a killer, making it 5-1. But
Yeah.
Aberdeen now coming back. Here's the replay. You'll see it. And just exactly what Tom talked about, how he baited his defenseman into it and then hit the ball right by the goalie. Here comes Tech. Shot.
Nice. Good job, goalie. Okay.
And I'll call him by his correct name, Newcomer.
Yeah, I don't have that list in front of me.
Yeah,
You're way better at it than I am.
We had a nice monger who played ball for me, and so if you have a name like that, I'll tend to call you.
Oh, there's a hack right there.
And the flag.
I saw that one.
Mulligan was not happy, and now a little bit more. As the ball was still free, the official.
Waiting for possession.
I thought the official was going to blow the whistle and
once
reset
the ball goes down, it should have been blown.
You could see the emotions coming out, and we talk about this being a game of finesse, but Tom, you know, it's still a game of strength and aggressiveness.
A little patience there. 15. I don't know what his tech area is, but it looks like he can wield a hammer.
Number 15, Mulligan.
All right, so let's see what they can do here. Can they punch one more in here?
Dylan Mulligan getting a bit of a lesson from his coach about, hey, yeah, it's emotional out there, but you're hurting your team if you give up the ball that way.
Right.
So Aberdeen should be a man up.
They are.
Was that a 30-second penalty?
That was a 1 minute.
1 minute.
1 minute slash. Oh, nice.
Taken away.
Great idea. Just didn't execute it, but great idea.
And that was Nate Triaca. I'm sorry, Nate. Nate Triaca, number 9, who took that ball away. Nate, a second-year senior.
Look it right up. Nice.
Good pass. That was that sort of sidearm pass.
Yeah, I think it caught him by surprise.
Looked like Darren O'Day, the old Oriole pitcher, who now pitches for Yankees.
Really?
I think so, yeah. Went to Atlanta and then ended up with the Yankees. They went over to the Evil Empire.
I'm a Yankee fan. I don't know who's playing for them now anyway. I watched the series the other day.
That's right. You're from the Bronx, right?
Born in Brooklyn, grew up in Long Island.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you still root for the Yankees?
What happened was I was a Met fan. Because they're more Shea Stadium is more Long Island, and then when it came down to Baltimore, the Yankees and the Orioles were American League rivals.
Yeah.
And so
you adopted the Yankees.
Yeah, sort of. And I'm a New York Jet fan, and I stay with my teams whether they're good or bad.
We don't hold that against you just because you root for the Jets who beat our Colts in 1969. Not that we remember it.
Joe Willie, yeah, I remember that.
Guaranteed a win and delivered on it.
Oh, my gosh.
Timeout on the field, 6-2 as you see the score. Tommy, it's been a very interesting game, and what we expected to see, we've seen, and that is a bit of rust.
Yes.
These two teams without any, they've practiced, since March 15th, but they haven't had any scrimmages, no play day type games. So this is the first competitive action against a team with a different color jersey.
Correct. This is a fast game.
Yeah.
The game speed, you're doing practice speed is so much different than game speed.
Yeah.
And it's hard to get game speed at practice. You would like that at times, but it's kind of hard to do that for 2 hours, especially when you're doing drills. So the game's moving by some of them, and if they just stay with it a little bit, I think, like I said earlier, that they'll reap some benefits as the season goes on. And it's about being out here playing and enjoying this great game and being a part of something that's special.
And Tom, I understand the practices even are shortened because of the protocols. That instead of being a 2-hour practice, it's limited to an hour and a half. And
right. I think like with Aberdeen, some of the kids at first had to, because they couldn't practice to a certain time, at 4 o'clock, they had to go home and then come back.
Mm-hmm.
So how are they able to go home, and who's going to drive them back to practice?
Yeah.
So I think they worked on that time schedule and got that to work out for them, which, again, will be better in the long run. I would believe the same thing for Harford Tech, too.
Emily Knowles, the Harford Tech athletic director, and Tim Lindekamp, the athletic director here, both doing yeoman's work. And we, again, appreciate all their help and that of the coaches and the administration, allowing us here with the Harford Cable Network to be covering games again. Harford Tech looking for the shot, bounces over the goal. Tech led all the way, led 3-0, and led 5-1 at the half. Now leads 6-2.
Aberdeen's running a very soft zone.
Oh, intercepting the ball and making the shot. What a play. That looked like number 11, Parker Milton. Milton with the shot in the goal. That was, they were trying to clear the ball. Instead, it was intercepted, and Milton turned around and shot the ball in the goal, and that makes it 7-2.
Yeah, I think the ball was being fed inside and bounced. It's what you call a garbage goal, and teams live with that. I was really great at getting garbage goals, which meant somebody would take a shot, the goalie would make a save, and the ball would squirt out. And
Yeah.
I'd body position somebody, and scoop it up, and throw it in.
Tom, we were talking about that perfect pass and that perfect shot, and you're exactly right. The difference is they count the same.
Yeah.
It could be a perfect play. It
Right.
counts as one. You get a ball that's just loose. And
Right.
give Milton all the credit. He was there,
He was
saw
alert.
it,
Yes.
made the shot.
Yeah, that was great reaction time on him.
And poor Philip Newcomer, I mean, he had absolutely no chance. He was facing a man like face on.
Oh, yeah, it was bam, bam kind of play.
There's Smith again,
With
looking for the...
Need wing play here. Good turn to the outside. Look up. Look right down, straight down the field, right in front of you. There he is. Perfect.
Shane Ekman with number
Nice.
25, who cleared that ball for Harford Tech.
Nice. Here's a cutter. I could see that coming.
Oh, and the ball trickles in. Again, you talk about a garbage goal. That
Yep,
certainly
that's what-
was one that...
That was one that hurt.
Newcomer reached down to get it, and the ball just seemed to take a little bit of a squibby hop right by him and give the goal to number 13, and that's Eric Smith, who gets the goal for the Tech Cobras. That coming at 7:16. So now, just like that, the score is 8-2. Here comes a replay. You'll see how the ball just sort of squibs in past Newcomer. Now we're back to live play.
Just scoop and run. Scoop and run. Turn to the outside. Perfect, number 12. Nice job.
Jacob LaRue, number 12.
I'll call out the numbers, you get the names.
Thank you. That would be very helpful.
I thought I signed that contract for that.
Exactly. That's your job. Harford Tech now leading by 8-2.
Yeah.
They have been impressive. Aberdeen certainly has got a ways to go in terms of getting experience, but
Right.
you know, the Tech Cobras look like they're going to be a team to be reckoned with this year.
Now they're playing against a zone, which is really difficult. You have to have good ball movement, people getting into the slot area.
Drew Bazar with 2 goals, had the first 2
Nice.
goals of the game for the Tech Cobras.
One more. Look over. Got to keep your head on a swivel. You know, that follow fade. So you should always have somebody in front of you and somebody following you. So let's see where he goes, too. Okay, good. Everybody's getting nice touches. Nice cut.
Cam Bodis with the shot.
Oh,
Cameron Bodis, number 6, just a little bit wide on the shot. Great pass, great catch.
yes. Defense got to slough more to the ball side. We would always say there's an imaginary line that goes from that middle of that goal all the way down to the far goal down the far end. And so you use that midline as a place to slide to.
Wazor again, looking for the shot, gets it all.
Nice save, goalie.
It was Newcomer with the save.
He needed that one to build his confidence up.
Yeah, I'm wondering about wearing number 13. Back in my day, you just didn't wear 13. I mean, this game is hard enough without inviting.
Inviting the
I found out that young people don't have the same kind of superstitions we had about wearing number
true.
13. Do the hotels still not have a 13th floor? At one time, they wouldn't because nobody would stay on the 13th floor. I don't know if that's still true or not.
That's a really good question.
We'll have to do a survey.
Yeah.
Good
Nice.
pass, good shot, a little bit wide. Well, that time well executed.
I like this goalie here, man. He has got great footwork, and as soon as that ball went by the goal, he was like right back inside it, following it out of bounds.
Garrett Bernard, the senior goalie.
Yeah, he's got some game.
He's the rescue diver who wants to...
Yeah, he's perfect for this job.
He is.
Goalie and a rescue diver. There you go. Not afraid.
Aberdeen
good.
looking to try to get something going here.
Yeah, he's had some work as a goalie. You could tell by his footwork and his positioning of his stick.
And being a senior also, even though he lost his junior year because nobody played last year. He's a smaller guy in terms of, you think of goalies sometimes as being, you know, a bit larger to cover the entire
Right.
goal. but he's so nimble.
Can clear the ball out.
Here they come. That's Nick Crone, number 3.
He tried to squeeze that one by that zone. Nice look.
Open, and a good shot. Is that Gazdia again?
Number 10 scored that.
That's Xavier Gazdia. And that's 4 goals for Gazdia.
He's putting himself in the right position. And what a great feed. The young man picked the ball up, turned, and he was right on the pipe. Bam, bam. In the stick and out.
Really, really impressed with Harford Tech's. Here comes your replay. Watch this pass. You get a chance to see it. Watch it. There's number 10
Right
waiting
there.
for the ball. He gets the pass. Newcomer is still looking the other way, and before he gets turned around, that ball is in the net.
And what he did is he caught a really difficult pass.
Mhm.
Everybody can catch the good passes. You got to learn to catch the bad passes.
Yeah.
That's what makes you different and better.
And he caught it and shot it almost immediately before Newcomer had a chance to get back around. Smith again. You can see how his coach, Sonny Licata, was telling me that this young man is one of the best face-off men that he's seen for a while.
There's the crease right there, too. He's going to bang it? No.
That's Wozar. Wozar had the first 2 goals of the game for the Cobras.
Nice.
Coming up on the 4-minute mark left here
Good defense.
in this 3rd period. Here comes Aberdeen. Flag
Got a
goes
flag.
down.
Gonna be slash.
They let them continue playing as long as Aberdeen has the ball.
Correct. So this is a free shot right here. Just get a shot off, set up a play.
Because you'll get the ball back regardless, right?
Correct. Just come over the top. Okay, run through the stick. Nice. He baited him again. Oh. Wow, that goalie.
He's amazing. So quick, so active.
Yes.
And look how fired up he is. He's getting the high fives from his teammates.
Uh-huh. I wonder if he's a wrestler. You know how great the Harford Tech's wrestling team used to be?
Yeah.
You know, he's feisty, that kid. I like him.
Garrett Bernard. He's got his team fired up as well.
But it was another great move where it was that little bait and switch. He baited him. The guy went for a stick, and he tucked it in. He was waiting for it, and he got a good shot off.
But the last line of resistance, being Bernard,
Yes.
came out and made a great play. Official picked up his flag now, and Aberdeen does get the ball back. We talked about that. Tommy mentioned that since the flag went down, they allowed play to continue. Regardless of what happened, Aberdeen got it back.
They 2 men down. We got a box defense here.
You're saying Tech is 2 men down?
It looks like it. I don't know where I...
Oh, what a great shot. Wow. That was a blistering shot by number 6, Max Williams.
Offside
Williams,
hip.
he now has a hat trick. He's got all 3 of the goals for Aberdeen. Wow.
Yeah.
That ball was, that had to be traveling 90 miles an hour? How fast does a here comes a replay. You'll see how he just, watch the shot.
Watch him set his feet.
Boom, there it goes. Wow.
He's a player, that young man.
He's got all 3 goals. 9-3 is the score. That goal coming at 4:08. Great job,
Beautiful.
Booth, on that replay. You saw him,
Yep.
he lowered the level of the stick and fired that thing sidearm.
That offside hip shot is the most difficult shot for the goalie to
Help me, Tommy, what would be the speed of a really hard shot?
They're up in the upper 90s. Yeah.
I don't want to be in the way. If you ever
No.
been struck by a...
I have.
Oh.
When I played, I was a crease attackman, and I had to screen shots. And man, sometimes, you know. Well,
How did you get out
you
of
haven't, you haven't used my nickname Squatty yet, but
I
that,
have
you know, one of
not.
the reasons being a squatty kind of guy, I'd get in the way sometimes.
I tell my granddaughter, who's very slender, she's a cheerleader, I say bulk up because they'll want you to be a flyer. Flyers you don't want to be in cheerleading because they tend to get dropped from time to time.
Here he comes. Nice look.
Good job.
It's a nice effort there. And just stay on him. Stay on him.
He is really, I mean, we talked about Garrett Bernard, and let's not beat it in the ground, but he deserves the praise. What a great pass, just a little bit wide on the catch.
Sometimes when the players are riding an opponent, you want to go for the ride. You want to run with them. You don't want to try to steal the ball from them. You want to run with them and force them to make a pass under pressure. If he makes a pass under pressure to his teammate who is running, pat him on the back, great job.
But the chances of that happening are slender.
Right.
Yeah.
He might do it, a couple times, but everybody wants to steal the ball rather than just stay in his hip pocket, agitate.
Play the fundamental game.
Correct.
Aberdeen with the ball. Now, they've played a whole lot better here in the last, couple of minutes.
Couple sequences, yes.
Tech is still down, a player? Can't tell.
Nope, we're all even.
All even now at 2:45 in this third period.
Okay, keep going. Good.
That's Williams. Oh. Coming out and snatching the ball out of midair. What quick hands he has. Again, we're talking about Garrett Bernard, the goalie.
Yep.
Here comes Tech.
Here we go. We're pressing. There's somebody sneaking behind the action.
Parker Milton. Wazor. There's a goal. Is that Gazdia again?
Is that 12?
I can't.
2.
Can't tell.
Riaz, I think he said. What's happening is, as the ball's coming down in transition, Aberdeen's getting caught looking at the ball coming down. Meanwhile, Harford Tech is sneaking behind them.
Here comes a replay. We'll be able to see. It looks like it's Gazdia, number 10.
He just cranks this.
Actually, no, it looks like it's 18. I'm having a little trouble seeing the numbers quite as well as I would like to. That's Brody. It's Tyler Paco, if it's number 18, which I think it was. So Paco gets that goal and makes it 10-2, or I should say 10-3.
There's a dream for when you get the long stick midi on the face-off. He gets the ball. He wants to run down and shoot the ball like 25 there. He picked up the ball. He dumped it off to the offense, but I bet you in his heart, one day he's just going to scoop down that field and take a shot.
Scoreboard still shows 9-3, but I think that was the 10th goal. I believe that goal was allowed. I don't think they waived it off. So we'll go with 10-3 at this point as twilight settles in and the lights beginning to take effect.
They're doing it.
They're going to see what the officials are. They're leaving the score at 9-3 on the scoreboard. We'll check that for you. There's a goal.
That will move it, right?
Eric Smith, number 13, gets that goal. That goal comes at 1:48. According to our count, that's 11-3. The scoreboard says 10-3.
They got it.
Now they moved it up. 11-3 is the score. And it is now pretty much Harford Tech game. They have dominated throughout, and now the scoreboard shows that.
They have a strong third quarter here. Very strong.
It has been that.
Beautiful clamp and flip. Use your legs. Use your legs. Nice. That kid is a hustler.
Halftime score was 5-1, and that fifth goal came with 3 seconds left, and now it's 11-3. That's Wazor. He goes through and gets his third goal, and so now it is 12-3 with 1:32 now left in the half, in the third period.
Especially his face-off. I'm enjoying these nice clamps and flip it out to the wingman or push it out to himself.
For Wazor, that is his third goal of the game. He had the first 2 of the game. Gazdia has 3. Excuse me, Gazdia has 4.
There's the clamp. Okay, good defensive. Nice.
They're going to give the ball to Aberdeen.
You can't come out of the box. There you go. Get back there. Now on a whistle.
1 minute, 11 seconds left in the third period. 11-3. Harford Tech leading by 8 goals. Check it is 12-3 now. Missed the pass. Had it all set up, didn't they, Tom?
They did. They got numbers here.
Leads to a breakaway.
Fast break. Here's 25. That defenseman's hanging in there.
Taking a hit there was
let's see what he does. Yeah,
Nick
I love when
Crone.
I love when this kid is a team player. Good job, 2-5. You know, sometimes you get the ball, you don't hardly get a shot off. You want to get a shot off because you play defense.
Shane Ekman, the number 25, that's getting Tom Nelson's praise.
Great team player there.
And there's another goal.
Yeah.
Looks like that might have been Smith with another goal. That's his second goal of the game. That one coming at 10 seconds. About 10 seconds left in this third period. Makes it 13-3. So what had been a fairly close game at 4-1 when Harford Tech scored with 3 seconds to go in the half to make it 5-1 is now just a blowaway as Tech is now up by 13-3.
I'm impressed with Tech's shooting. The ball is on goal. I mean, if you shoot the ball and you miss the goal, it's like goalies doesn't have to move. By putting the ball on the goal, you force that goalie to try to make the save. And that's what they've been doing.
And Philip Newcomer has been under pressure the entire game. That is the end of the third period. It's the high school game of the week. Proudly sponsored by APG FCU, a member-owned, member-driven credit union helping families in Harford County achieve, prosper, and grow. Night setting in here at Aberdeen. Kind of a strange start time, too, starting at 5:15. Tom, we're normally used to starting at 6:45 when it's evening time. And again, one of the protocols that have been instituted because of the COVID restrictions that, we're so proud of the Harford County Public Schools, the way they've made this thing work.
It takes a lot of navigating.
Deb Bosler, the athletic director for the county, who, an Edgewood young lady who happens to be in the Edgewood High School Hall of Fame.
Yeah, she's a worker.
She's amazing.
She is. She is always professional, always working hard.
And she didn't pay us to say that either, did she?
No. Yeah. Well, send her a bill. Send me a note. But she does like all kinds of stuff. She's like, she does the curriculum, and she's part of that. She's part of the health program. She's part of
you wouldn't be giving her all
athletics.
this praise because she's a Towson University grad, All-American volleyball player at Towson. I, too, am a Towson alum. Yeah,
right.
I didn't quite get that level of athletic prowess at Towson.
Yeah. I got there at a great time. I did. I got there with Coach Phil Albert and Coach Carl Runk.
Yeah, boy.
I got there.
Legends.
Oh, my God.
Now, it was Towson State College still when you were there?
It was Towson State College, yeah.
People accuse it of being Towson Normal School when I attended, but
back
it had,
by Lyda Lee, right?
Yes. The good old days. Well, here we go now into the fourth period, 12 minutes left.
Got to win the ground ball there. Won the face-off, couldn't get the ground ball.
Tell me, if you're each of the coaches, first of all, if you coach Matt for Aberdeen, your team is down. I mean, their chances of winning very, very slim. What do you tell your team? What do you want them to do the rest of the game?
Just try to get a couple possessions, get a couple shots off. Let's play a little better defense.
Long season. This is the first game of the year.
Let's try to win the fourth quarter.
Yeah. Very good.
Go from there.
And you look at that first half. I mean, it was 4-1 until 3 seconds left in the first half. So it was anybody's game at that point. Oh, great interception coming out of nowhere. And getting the interception was Harford Tech. Oh, that was number 10. That was Xavier Gazdia, young man who has 4 goals. That's something you dream about. That pass, you just come and intercept it. Not able to convert. Another interception.
Coach just got to be a little more patient on his passes. There's no need to get rid of it that fast. Just bring it up the field.
Oh, great pass and a great shot.
There we go.
Is that 18? I think it's a Tyler Paco. Nope, nope, they're giving it to Gasdia, number 10. So that for Gasdia, that would be his 5th goal of the game. Great pass. Again, you talked about the patience he had before he made that shot.
Yeah, they're getting under coverage. It's just them and a goalie, and you just got to make the move.
That goal coming at 10:59, 10:58 left here in the game.
Yeah, I think Aberdeen's got to try to get the ball to one of their midfielders on a clearing game, if possible. The goalie is not going to run the ball up, and he's just going to throw the ball to one of the players. So if they can get the ball to them sooner.
A scrum in the middle of the field.
Yeah, what do we got going here? No pushes.
Nobody can get the ball.
Okay.
Finally coming away with a young man we
Not
give
yet.
praise to.
Now we got
Shane Ekman
yeah.
getting the ball. Here come the Cobras now.
They got no right in the middle.
Great pass.
Oh, behind the back shot.
Newcomer. Wow. Now that's a little bit of showtime. What do you think?
I think he lost his angle, so I thought it was an okay shot.
Okay. Newcomer with the save.
Slide's coming too soon, leaving guys open. So who's going to come after him?
It's a great scoop and a great pass.
Whoa.
Well, that showed some great stick skills that time. The ball was down at the feet of the player who was able to scoop it. Okay, if you tuned in late, the game was 5-1 at the half, and as you see now, 14-3.
Nice.
Cobras leading by those 11 goals. Xavier Gasdia with 5 goals for Harford Tech, 3 for Drew Bozor.
So sometimes on defense, we would call it shoestring defense, which meant all our shoestrings were tied together. So when person A was playing somebody, person B would slide. All the shoelaces, everybody would slide at the same time.
Ah.
So here he makes a move. Here comes the slide. Stay on it.
Flag goes down.
Now. Okay.
It's against Aberdeen, so they'll allow Harford Tech to continue possession.
Correct.
Like you said, Tom, it's like a free shot here.
Yeah, you can set
get
up
the
a play.
ball back anyhow.
Okay, so what do they got here? 2-3-1 formation.
Tech will go in. I think it did.
No, goalie made a save. He had
Good save by Newcomer. Yeah, that ball was right at his feet.
He tracked that one perfectly. He did.
So the official blows the whistle. They have a change of possession, or I should say change of...
it's a 1 minute slash.
So now that penalty goes against?
Aberdeen. And right now Harford Tech will be what we call EMO, extra man offense.
And remember, they got the ball back anyhow because of that penalty that had occurred before. So now they have a man up leading by 11 goals.
I like that they do these nice touches here. Nobody's in a real hurry here. Let's take a breath. And let's run a play because we got to get better at our plays. So we're going to have to run a play. We're going to try to score a goal because this is what we have to do to get better. Later in the season, they might need this extra man play. They're running a rotation. One more pass over your left shoulder. One more.
And now the shot.
Okay. It's so easy from here to see the guy open. I don't understand.
Exactly, yeah. We're only 50 feet up in the air.
Yeah. I'm up here in section D making all the calls. Okay, so let's see if they run it again. It's like rotating. So he's going to throw here. And they run a little follow. And one more follow. And bang it.
Wazor.
Oh, nice. Oh,
and it trickles in. Hit the goalie. Went off his backside into the crease. Oh, my goodness. That is, you called it, what, a garbage goal?
That one was a shot in. Yeah, that wasn't the garbage goal. Garbage goal is when the ball's just rolling around in front and the guy picks it up and shoots it in. That one just trickled in. That's a nice little rotation play. Swept across the front, and then a guy on a crease popped out as that. We talked a little bit about following.
Give credit to the goal to Wazor. So that makes the score now 15-3. And again, we tell you 5-1, and remember 4-1 just before the half when that goal was scored with 3 seconds left. So this was anybody's game early. This time Aberdeen gets the face-off.
Nice job. Good job on the wings coming down to prevent him from going in on an unsettled situation.
Flag goes down.
Okay.
Aberdeen retains possession. It should be a penalty against Tech. So, Tommy, as you said before, a free play here
Free
for
play
Aberdeen.
right here. Okay, got to move the ball. Stop play.
Give the ball back to Aberdeen.
We got a slash.
Is that a 30-second penalty?
That's a 1-minute penalty, 1-minute slash.
Okay. So it means Aberdeen will be up a man.
Right, they'll have 1 minute to try to get a shot off, maybe a couple shots.
Tech has done a great job in defending the man down situation throughout the game.
So what happens here is if Aberdeen loses the ball, everybody's got to jump and cover somebody because they have the man advantage and they got to get the ball back. And they just had trouble there making them.
Yeah, and goalie Bernard comes behind the net and picks up the loose ball.
But somebody's got to come over and help. Oh, this guy can skate. Okay.
Jacob Arlesi with that ball. We're just told that a storm is on the way, so if we have to bail out on you rather quickly at the end of the game, you'll understand that our cameras are very important. We're not so important. We can be replaced. Cameras cost a lot of money. Again, we want to thank Kelly Jarrah and Mark Service and all the leadership at Harford Cable Network for allowing us to do these spring games. And of course, all the camera folks and the directors and audio people that make this possible. Tom, they almost make us look good, which is good because we're not on camera.
Yeah, I can only go one direction. It's the first time doing this. I just don't know what direction I'm going in.
You're invited back already, I can tell you. Oh, and that's a nice goal.
My.
That ball gets in. Good job. That's by Drew. Check it. That's number 2 for Aberdeen, and that's Shaylin Burgar.
That one just slipped right by him.
Shaylin Burgar, who makes that shot, the senior from about, what, 20 yards out?
Yeah, that was an off. It was one of those shots it was coming, but it just kept going. It was just amazing how it just kind of filtered its way through everybody.
Yeah, I think there were so many bodies, the goalie lost track of where the ball was.
I actually thought one of the players could, if he had a magic marker, could sign his name on the ball as it went by because it was just perfectly placed and it had just the right amount of speed to just bypass everybody.
Took one bounce and went right over the left shoulder of Garrett Bernard. 15-4 the score, as you see. It's been all Harford Tech. They led 3-0, but it was again close at the half.
Right.
And this third period, you talked about it. Let's see.
8 goals.
It came in 15-1. They scored 8 goals.
8 goals
To Aberdeen's 2. So what had been a low-scoring, close game became a blowout for the Harford Tech Cobras.
I think you look at Aberdeen, they're kind of small in numbers, and I think their legs were just running out. And you always want to move the ball.
And Aberdeen does not have a JV program, so the freshmen who would probably be playing JV, had they more numbers.
Yep. They can form a great bond, being together. We talked a little bit earlier that, back in '94, I started the program at Harford Tech, and one of the reasons why I wanted to come here is to get to see where they are. And they got nice staff. They have a number of players, and they're playing well.
Talked about Rob Gaines, their coach, being a great athlete, a great player in his own right.
Yes, he was a force on the field. Great player, great person, good family.
Come the Cobras now. Have the game well in hand, as you see, at 15-4.
Nice foot.
Well, you know how happy these athletes are to be on the field.
Yes.
Again, the first chance that anybody's had to play here in the 2020-21 school year. Said it several times. I just feel so badly for the coaches and players and families of football players and soccer players and golf athletes, basketball, wrestling, swimming, all these young people. And go back to last spring when all the spring season was canceled.
Right.
And think about it, we're talking about the goalie newcomer for Aberdeen. He is a sophomore, but he didn't play last year. So now he's really a freshman in terms of experience. So each of these kids are one less a year of playing because of the COVID situation.
High school sports is great.
Oh,
It's phenomenal. I loved high school sports. I love coaching.
it adds so much to a school, unites a school.
Some of my good friends are my high school teammates from back in the day.
We talk about that, and we talk also about the influence of a coach on a kid. And Tommy, you can think about a coach or two. You mentioned, Coach Runk for one,
Right.
and others that through your lifetime that they're almost like a second father,
Yeah.
a guide when you are in a situation where you're trying to find yourself, and a coach takes you under his or her wing, and
Right.
has a great influence on you.
One of my great coaches was Coach Phil Albert. He just recently passed away. He was a great, great coach at Towson. In '74, we went 10-0. My freshman year at Towson in football, we were 1-9. Sophomore year, we were 4-4, and the next year we went 10-0.
Yeah.
And it set the stage for where they are now. But not only was he a great coach, he was a better person.
Yeah.
I mean, he just was phenomenal, phenomenal man.
Yeah.
Everybody at Towson Universities was saddened by his passing.
Yeah.
But every time you spoke with Coach Albert and Coach Runk, you felt like they were just talking to you, like you were the only person there. They made you feel really at home.
And of course, their influence on you, you became a great coach as well, and I'm sure you tried to emulate some of the things they did.
Absolutely. Run it out, goalie. Run it out. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Again, that's the experience
that's
factor we
experience.
talked about.
Right.
The goalie for Harford Tech, Eric Bernard, he goes after the ball.
He recognizes the
Yeah,
situation.
and when Philip Newcomer looks at this tape, and he'll see, this is something I can learn.
Right. And I wrote down here is know the situation, know what's going on out there, and try to.
But
And
go ahead, Coach.
When he sees that, he'll get better. He'll figure it out. This young goalie.
Back to the influence that coaches have and athletes and teammates. Some of the best friends you or I have are guys that we played with going back, all those years,
Oh, yeah.
50 years or more,
Yeah, yeah.
who've remained lifelong friends. And these kids will be the same way.
Yeah, that would be great.
The bond they have of, you remember 2020 when we couldn't play because of this COVID thing? And they'll be talking, 50 years from now,
Right.
prayers that they will be around to be able to do that.
Winning is important. My one coach would always say, if winning wasn't important, they wouldn't keep score.
Yeah.
So winning is important, but you can learn a lot from defeat. How to get better.
You can. And you learn
There's
how
a lesson on each side.
you learn how to lose gracefully, if you will.
Right.
It's never fun and nothing you ever want to accept.
Right.
We see all the umbrellas popping up now around. So with 3:30 left in this contest, there's a goal and another one in by Harford Tech. Trying to get a number. It looks like Eric Smith, and it is Eric Smith with the goal. So if we have to bail out on you here fairly quickly, our score now at 16-4.
Game of halves.
That one coming at 3:30. And it looks like the officials are going to call the game now as the rain starts to come down rapidly. So we'll give you a real quick wrap-up. Meaning at 5-1 was the score at the halftime,
Right.
and 16-4 our final score. The rain coming. We're going to wrap it up and say goodnight to you. Thanks for tuning in, Harford Cable Network. Tom Nelson, Don Morrison. Have a great evening.
Thank you.